What if I told you that the most vulnerable women in relationships aren't the ones looking for trouble, but the ones who never thought they'd be tempted, not because they're weak, not because they're disloyal, but because human nature is wired for desire validation. In emotional connection now, woman wakes up thinking, today I'll risk everything I've built. But sometimes it happens not all at once, but in the smallest, most innocent moments, a shared laugh, a lingering glance, a message that makes her heart race, and suddenly, she's standing at the edge of a line she never thought she'd cross. So why does this happen, and more importantly, how do they justify it to themselves? Let's break it down one before she crosses the line. What really pushes married women toward temptation? Great. Marriage is a partnership. Without partnership, there can be no great marriage. Helen Mirren, a strong marriage is built to withstand time, challenges, and even temptation. Yet even the most loyal women sometimes find themselves drawn to attention outside their marriage. And the biggest misconception, thinking they're actively looking for an escape. The truth is, they're often searching for something they've lost along the way. Because here's what no one talks about. Marriage can be lonely. Women are wired for emotional intimacy. Not just physical presence in the beginning. Love feels effortless. The deep conversations, the excitement, the feeling of being truly seen. But over time, routine takes over. The passionate conversations become logistical ones. Did you pick up the groceries? Who's handling the kids' schedule? What time is the appointment? The spark fades, and worst of all, she starts to feel invisible. Dr. John Gottman, a leading relationship psychologist, says that the biggest killer of relationships isn't conflict. It's indifference. When a woman no longer feels noticed by her husband, her subconscious starts seeking validation elsewhere. And it often happens without her realizing it. People will do anything to escape loneliness, even if it means betraying themselves. In the process, Mitch Albom, a simple compliment from a stranger, a conversation where she feels interesting. Again, a moment of attention that feels like air after years of suffocating. Marriage brings stability, but the downside of stability, it can kill excitement. Psychologists call this the Coolidge effect, the idea that novelty fuels desire. People, both men and women, are naturally drawn to the excitement of the unknown. So if every day looks the same, if every conversation feels repetitive, if every interaction feels predictable, then the smallest spark of something new can feel electrifying. Not because she doesn't love her husband, not because she is disloyal, but because she misses the thrill of feeling wanted. We don't just want love, we want to be chosen over and over again. F. Scott Fitzgerald. When a woman feels pursued, when she senses desire from someone new, it reminds her of a version of herself she thought she had lost, the confident by version, the desirable version, and even if she never intends to cross a line, she starts walking closer to it. Because in that moment, she feels alive again too. The lies we tell ourselves, how rationalization leads to betrayal. The mind will always find a way to justify what the heart has already decided. Anonymous, no married. Woman wakes up and says, I think I'll betray my marriage today. That's not how it happens. It's a slow, gradual process, and every step along the way is rationalized long before any real damage is done, because the truth is, guilt is heavy, and if the mind can find a way to justify an action, guilt disappears. So how does this happen? How do married women convince themselves that what they're doing isn't wrong? At first, everything feels harmless. It's just a little attention. What's the harm? I'm just talking. To him, it's nothing serious. It's not like I'm cheating. I just enjoy the attention. The human mind is a master of self-deception. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance, the uncomfortable tension we feel when our actions don't align with our values. And when that tension becomes unbearable, we bend reality to protect ourselves. The easiest person to fool is yourself, Richard Feynman. So she starts shifting the blame. If my husband paid more attention to me, I wouldn't even need this. She downplays her Actions, it's just flirting. It's not like I'd ever actually do anything. She convinces herself this has nothing to do with my marriage. It's just something separate for me. But there's the truth the moment justification begins, the boundary is already broken. Because the first betrayal isn't physical, it's emotional. And once emotions are involved, physical boundaries start to fade. Cheating doesn't start with a kiss. It starts with a secret unknown. And once that secrecy begins, there's no turning back. 3. The point of no return when it's too late. Don't do the damage. Habits are too weak to be felt until they are too strong to be broken. Samuel Johnson. Every story has a breaking point, the moment where there's no more just talking, no more harmless flirting. No more excuses at this stage. Her emotional attachment to another man feels more real than her marriage. And once she believes that nothing will ever be the same again, she no longer sees her husband as her primary emotional connection, the real passion, the real excitement. It's happening elsewhere, and once that shift happens there are only two ways this ends. She either gets caught or she walks away, convinced that what she's found is more real than what she left behind. So why are some married women the easiest prey? Because they aren't looking to cheat. They are looking to feel something they lost, and once they find it, walking away feels impossible. Not because they don't love their husbands, but because they believe that what they found is something they will never get back at home, and once that belief takes root, the damage is done. So what's the solution? If you truly want to protect what you've built, you must see the warning signs before they become irreversible. The question is, will you notice them in time? This is Unshakable. Until next time, take care, make sure to like, share, and comment. See you in the next video.